Hey everybody, this is my next Halloween tutorial. This was requested, I can't remember who by, but it was just a request for a zombie look using prosthetics. So, well, I haven't used full-on prosthetics because I don't have any, but I just used latex, some fake blood, some grease paint, and I actually used toilet paper to get the decaying skin effect, and it worked really well. I've seen it on a couple of other tutorials and videos on YouTube, and I've read up about it and I've wanted to try it for a while, and it worked out really well. I like it. It looks really good. I haven't used it all over my face because I don't have that dedication at the moment. I'm not going to be wearing it out. I'm going to be taking it off in a couple of minutes, so I didn't want to go all out. That's why I haven't done it up to my hairline or on my neck or ears or hands or anything. If I was going to wear it out to a costume party, then I would do everything, but I'm going to be taking it off soon, so I didn't want to. Another thing is it can be quite hard to get latex off, and it feels really tight on my skin, and I didn't want to put it all over my face. You can see where the patches of latex are. Latex tends to grab and hold and dull down the colour of makeup or grease paint that you put over top. So you can see it, especially at that angle, you can see all of the patches of latex. I wasn't really too fussed about it because I mean, zombies aren't exactly known for their great complexion. If you were really worried about it, then you could do latex and toilet paper, or even just latex all over your face. You could use a sealer, I believe that helps it as well. Of your face, I've tried to keep away from the really mobile parts of my face. Like, there's a little bit up on my brow, and it's not right around my lips or anything. So I've kept away from the really mobile parts of my face. Otherwise you can go through, so you can put the base colour down, and then you can mix up some more grease paint and go back over your skin with the colour that's a little bit darker, trying to match it up. Like I said, I wasn't too fussed about it because zombies are dead and decaying and their skin's all yucky anyway. You can go over with a gauze sponge or a stipple brush or something like that, just to add a bit more texture, and I've done it there a little bit. So yeah, it's turned out quite well. This is my first attempt at it, so please be kind. If you have any feedback or suggestions, I'd really like to hear it, but please be positive. When you do it, make sure that you're using an old top, or a top that doesn't matter if it gets a little bit dirty. If you have a specific top that you're going to use for your costume, put that on before you do everything, so you don't have to take off your clothes and then put them back on again and risk smudging things. Make sure that you have some setting powder, or even just some talcum powder to dab over the grease paint so that it doesn't move. And just have fun, go nuts with it. Zombies are not exactly known for being really tidy, so it doesn't matter if you're messy, if you're playing around. It's just inventing and discovering new techniques, so just have fun with it. It's really fun to do. I'm going to do another one maybe this time next year. I'm going to play with it a bit until then, try and come up with something better. So I hope you enjoy it. As I say, please be kind. It is my first try, but I'd love feedback. Stay tuned and I'll show you how I did it. Bye! So to start with, I'm taking some liquid latex and a cosmetic sponge, and I'm applying a layer of liquid latex to the area on my face where I want my decaying skin to be. Then I'm taking some toilet paper, and I'm going to rip that up and actually scrunch it in my hand to get a little bit more texture, and then I'm going to stick it over top of that latex. Go over top of that again with another layer of latex to help it stick down. It really doesn't matter if it's bunched up and messy underneath. It's just going to add to the texture of the look once you've got your grease paint on. Add it all over your face wherever you want it to be. I like to have mine nice and random. You can put it all over your face if you want to, but just bear in mind that it's going to make your skin feel very tight, which some people find quite uncomfortable or irritating, and it is going to be difficult to get the latex off. You can use whatever you want to get different textures. Use your imagination and play around with things. I'm going to use a little bit of a cotton pad, and I'm actually going to twist that up to make a vein. Then going to take a paintbrush, which is going to give me more control over where I apply the latex. And I'm going to put that down over top, and then go over top of it with another layer of latex to make sure it sticks properly. Using a mix of grey, green, a skin color, and a white, and I'm just going to mix up a color that I think looks zombie-ish. But before I do that, I'm going to go back over to the dead skin once my the latex is dry, and I'm going to pick out holes where I'm going to have the skin peeling to show decaying flesh underneath. It can be quite difficult to work it into the gaps and the raised areas where the latex and toilet paper is, so you might need to go back over it with a brush and just wiggle it in to make sure that you get it filling up all the holes and gaps. If you want to, you can then go over the areas of your skin that don't have latex on with a darker colour to help it match up to the latex a bit more. Now I'm going in with a really dark colour to contour my face and give my face some definition and make it look really gaunt and thin. I'm going in quite far down along my cheekbone towards my jaw to make it look that little bit more hollow. Then fill in your temples as well with a brush to do underneath your eyes, and doing it in my sockets as well and filling it all the way up to the brow to make your eyes look really hollow. Other areas of your face that it's good to contour are along the side of your nose, in your smile crease, the corners of your mouth, underneath your mouth on your chin. I like to have mine blended up, but it really doesn't matter that much because zombies don't really have perfect skin, so don't worry about it being perfect. I'm now taking a cotton bud and I'm going into those wounds I made before and clearing away the grease paint so that the wound colour that I put in is darker. It doesn't have too many layers of grease paint underneath. I'm just taking a really dark reddy brown colour. I've mixed in a couple of other colours to make it look kind of sick and dead. And then once you've got that in, you can go in with a black and you can line right around the corners of the edges to make it look a little bit deeper. The next step is completely optional, but I'm taking a little bit of a yellow and green and I'm going around the edge of the wound on the skin side to make it look as though it's a little bit inflamed and traumatized, like it's flaking up and dying. Now go over with lots of setting powder. I'm using a puff to pat it on. You don't want to drag it across because that's going to move the makeup that you've put down. But pat it on and then you can go over top of it really lightly with a brush to wipe away the excess powder. Now I'm going over top of my wounds with some fake blood in Fresh Scab, which is Ben Nye products, and that's going to make it look really fleshy. If you want to do it on the cheap, you could use a clear lip balm or a lip gloss. Final touches, I'm using this Fresh Scab again with a stipple sponge, and I'm just dabbing a little bit of blood around my mouth and around other areas on my face, just to make it look as though I've been feeding. You can then go back in with a finger and blend some of it in a little bit. And I'm done. Ta-da!